The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Conte, and here's Dembele. Roberto Carlos, Neymar. Great vision. Now there's a fine ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff. Now Yaya Touré. And it's Cruyff. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Big chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Kante picks it up from the goal kick. And he's forced to go back. Roberto Carlos. And it's Conte. Cruyff. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And they're quick to get it back. Pirlo producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Pelé. It's Dembele! Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Vietnam with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Tries a shot! Corner number 2 then. Kante plays it short. Conte. And it's Neymar. Nicely aimed pass. Neymar, very much a man of this moment. Al Nassr still without a single shot on target. And the shot's on here. Neymar. Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Al Nassr do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
This might spell danger. Conte driving forwards. Gives it back. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Dembele. And it's Cruyff. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Conte. Neymar. Neymar going face to face with his great rival. Oh, that's sweet. Dembele! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Threads one in. Out to the left it goes. Thuram. Played towards the other side. And Neymar. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. And it's Cruyff. He's found a way past. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cruyff. Might be danger here. It's Dembele! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 3 coming up. Kante goes short. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Gerrard. Now it's Nedved. Now that looks a decent ball. Luis Suarez! It's bounced back off the post. Roberto Carlos. And it's Thuram. Nedved.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's a pretty loose pass. And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
And
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
By the entrance gates. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
And we're underway again.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Dembele. Now it's Pelé. Looking for options for movement. Pelé. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nedved stood up well to him there. Conte. Gerrard. Floated through. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Cruyff. Conte. Spread out to the left. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Araujo. 60 minutes played. And that's a good ball. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Tries to play it through. That's Nedved. Nedved is on his own. Danger averted for now. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Passes short and sharp. And it's Yaya Toure. And this is Dembele. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Roberto Carlos. That's good play. Now it's Cruyff. Neymar. Dembele. He's had it taken off him. And this is Dembele. Pirlo. Saliba. And it's Thuram. Pirlo looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Roberto Carlos. Neymar. And it's Cruyff. Pelé. And here's Dembele. Neymar.
Vietnam really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Thuram.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
That's a cute ball.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Tries to pass it through. And this is Pelé. Shapes to shoot. Oh, that's incredible. Save the best for last.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Vietnam take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And there goes the final whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is a fella who appeared on the scene after a meteoric rise on the international scene, but he really is, for me, the blueprint of the modern centre-half, and, of course, he can play at left-back too. He's old school, he's uncompromising defensively, and he is truly outstanding on the football.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Van Dijk. Alexander-Arnold. To Barella. And it's Messi. Can he latch on to this? Gerrard. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Lovely, now then. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Pirlo. Nedved. And they can counter here. That's a throw. Now that looks a decent ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Plays it through. He's in plenty of space here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, that's fabulous. Suarez has got himself a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Pirlo looking to play it into the box. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. First quarter of an hour gone. Messi. Now it's Messi. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Yamal. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Luis Suarez. De Paul.
Al Nassr are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of...
Takes a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Nedved. Makalele does really well to win the ball there. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Makalele. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's not got that quite right.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he was quick to react. Pirlo. 30 minutes gone. And it's Vieira. And here's Yamal. Well, that pass isn't the best. Nice looking ball. Oh, delightful ball. Well read. And the danger is averted. Barella. Alexander-Arnold. It's Van Dijk. Baresi. And Guardiola. Baresi. Tries a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much.
Shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Fluminense with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Look at the space here. Can he finish? And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Vieira. And this is Luis Suarez. And the through ball. And this is Nedved. Oh, shooting chance! It's a good run, that. Great timing. De Paul. Here's Makaleli. And it's Van Dijk. And Alexander-Arnold. Chance here to counter.
There will be 1 minute
And
added
here's
time.
Messi. They get a throw in. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now he's got space here. And there's green grass ahead of him. And Jamal. Oh, great keeping. Snaffled out the danger.
I just thought he showed a little...
And we hit half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of
Please
action.
be reminded
It
that
is
drinking
0-0
is only
here
allowed
at
in the
half-time.
areas shown on this map. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
It's a promising position, and he cuts out the supply. Makaleli. Baresi. And it's Barella. Shot at goal! No mistake! And finally he has breathed life into the game! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Fluminense have taken the lead.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
It could be in here. Stood up well to him there. That has ended up in no man's land. There's a sharp little ball here. Oh, truly brave defending.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
Messi. And that's the keeper's ball.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Well, that has not gone well.
Fluminense clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Rafael Leao. Jamal. He can run onto that. And he's in on goal. He's having a shot! They've scored! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, They say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
And it's Luis Suarez! He's got a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Aimed beyond the defence. Rafael Leao. De Paul. And it's Makalele.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again, and this is Luis Suarez. Shapes to shoot! He scored! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is...
Decent chance! It's a goal! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Substitution on the field, number 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Fluminense get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
Number 7.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Fluminense really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chance! Makalele. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Knocks it into space. Gerrard receives it in a wide position. And he's there to get it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Alexander-Arnold gets rid without sophistication. Knocks it out wide. Seedorf. Barella tries to dink it through. Gerrard. Vieira. Baresi wins the duel this time. I think we're just about done here. Spread out to the left. Makalele. Camavinga. Vardiol has it out wide and in space. And that was nowhere near his best.
Fluminense really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Shot, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Nedved. He's on it, a real chance! And it's Gerrard. Dembele. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, this is a great... There's the shot! And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And it's Messi. And the finish! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. What a terrific response it was to adversity. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
And it's Gullit. That pass isn't the best. Ambitious ball here. Pass is just off target. Serginho. To Barella. And it's Pirlo. Figo. Pirlo. Searching passes played there. And that is as far as they're going to go. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Nedved. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rodri. Nedved. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Totti. Now it's Luis Suarez. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Out for a throw. Oh, it's Pirlo. Oh, that's fabulous. Rodri. It's come to nothing.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Totti going face-to-face with his great rival. Figo could try cutting inside here. That is lovely. Cross flung into... Up he goes! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Luis Suarez. Figo. And it's Totti. Totti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yamal.
Milan have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Now it's Yamal. Threads one in, and he's intervened well there. Nedved is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Barella. Yamal. Thuram. And Yamal. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, just skips past his man. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And it's Totti. He won't be happy with that one. Figo. Oh, good take in a good area. Barella proves just a little bit too strong. And it's Figo. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that's been cut out. Well played. Luis Suarez. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Pirlo. Now it's Yamal. And it's Totti. Figo. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Yamal is onto this. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's Luis Suarez! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot.
And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the second half gets underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Delivered in. Thuram. Pedri, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And this is Nedved. Luis Suarez. Great ball, and he's in here. Milan are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
And it's Luis Suarez. Bastoni does well to get it back. He's got away. Shot a goal! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. This to go one up. Never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Al Nassr have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Rodri. Bastoni. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Figo. Now here's the delivery.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Pedri. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Very nicely done. No way through. And it's Rodri. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Totti. And he's got his cross in.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. It's a pretty loose pass. Picked out brilliantly. Decent chance! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
And look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Al Nassr are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Rodri makes the interception. Barella, and it's Nedved. And here's Totti. Oh, nice touch. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Now he's got space here. This looks promising. And he was quick to react. Rodri. Nedved. He's through here. Good ball, good take. Lovely feet. He is through here. Milan can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Tries to play it through. And no, that was never going to make it. Nedved. And it's Hullet. And it's Serginho. He's in space and looking for options. In by Hullet. Rodri does well to stand firm and defend it. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Pedri. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Now it's Nedved. Hullet. Czech claims it without any fuss. So that's it. It is all over. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Luis Suarez picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you summarise what we... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. A San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And already we're underway here. Well, this is one boy from Croxteth who, so far as club football goes, has achieved just about everything. English football has rested on his broad shoulders for nigh on 2 decades. It is, of course, the modern great that is Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, without question, one of England's all-time finest. His record speaks for itself.
And his face is that of a man who simply cannot accept defeat. During games, he is always laser-focused, and he fights tooth and nail for every win. Yamal aimed beyond the defence.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Knocks it into space. And the pass is intercepted. Pirlo. And it's Seedorf. Nedved. That's Maldini. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Seedorf. Zico. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Yaya Toure. And it's Zico. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicely weighted ball, and he was quick to react. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And the finish! Pele. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Suarez going face-to-face with his great rival. Opts for safety.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, that's well spotted. Nesta. Zico. Zico cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Seedorf. And he's had it nicked away. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, that's a chance! He's delivered all right! Al Nassr take the lead. How very smart. He just got it right.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Al Nassr are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And it's Zico.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
McTominay. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Zico.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Pelé. This ended up in no man's land. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that's played in low. Real chance! They've done it! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest.
And it's half-time here. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. And here's Rooney. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Pirlo. Nedved. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Strong running down that left flank. Hangs one in. Luis Suarez. And they're quick to get it back. Al Nassr are looking to break at pace. And there's green grass ahead of him. Now there's a fine ball. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And it's Rooney. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. It's a good spell of possession, this. Luis Suarez. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
That's tidy. Vieira wins the duel this time. Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 17.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Oh, important interception.
Numero 18.
Nedved.
Numero 10.
That's headed upfield. Saliba cuts out the pass.
Il numero 21.
Al Nassr perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Iniesta.
Suarez will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Ronaldinho. Attenzione.
Iniesta.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Seedorf. Ferdinand cuts it out. Ronaldinho looking for options for movement. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Milan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Oh, no joy this time. Nesta. Dembele is onto it in a flash. And here's Dembele.
Dembele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Ronaldinho. picked out brilliantly. His big chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Al Nassr have the chance to go the other way. Looking for a runner. That is good alertness. Yaya Toure. And it's Iniesta. Ronaldinho. Oh, good take in a good area.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Suarez running with the ball. And this is Dembele. Can he finish? And now they can clear their lines.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Oh, it's Dembele. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
The final 5 minutes. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passes. And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that was probably asking just too much. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Tries to play it through. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's that, the end. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Your reflections then, Jim?
Al Nassr can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here.
Luis Suarez really is a player who can do everything. He makes a more than decent target man, and his energy levels mean the opposition defence are constantly under pressure.
And that, I guess, is essential if you're going to play pressing football.
Well, that's right, as so many sides do these days. I hated playing against players like Luis Suarez. Not that too many met his standard in my time, but he just never let you rest, Peter. He was always around about you, and you knew he was going to pop up and cause you trouble at some stage, whether he was on the attack or whether he was defending.
Cruyff. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Now, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Yamal, nicely spread. Lahm gets over and intercepts. Bellingham with the delivery. Dida deals with that nice and simple. And he's managed to gift it back. Cruyff. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and...
Cruyff! Pirlo.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Over to the left. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Al Nassr, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Now it's Luis Suarez. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Saliba, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Bellingham. And that is a little undercooked. Bellingham, ball's played through, spread neatly. Cristiano Ronaldo, a player who needs no introduction. And it's Bellingham. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Al Nassr do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Tries a shot! And he's done it! First blood drawn. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Al Nassr are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Cruyff, played out to the right. And this is Nedved. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Pirlo.
Al Nassr can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Lam. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Bellingham. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Half-time getting close now. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Over to the other side. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And he's intervened well there. And he welcomes it in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's Bellingham. Drive chance! Oh, crossbar! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, good ring. And it's half-time here. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Al Nassr are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. That gets things going for the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Nedved receives it in a wide position. Takes aim and crosses. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Suarez receives it in a good position here. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Luis Suarez driving forwards. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cruyff.
Oh, really well played.
That is good strength. Now it's Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's got away. Lofted it. He's had a shot! Just off target.
Cristiano Ronaldo certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Now it's Yamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, delightful ball. Vieira. Al Nassr are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo in with the challenge. Bellingham.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Great defending, strong and determined. Barcelona can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now that looks a decent ball. Drives it in, shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Perfect timing, perfect connection, and a perfect outcome.
Suarez simply judged everything beautifully. That takes a lot of training ground practice, and we know what practice...
And a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Gerrard. And here's Nedved. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And he lines up across. Gerrard. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Luis Suarez.
Suarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And it's Bellingham. Yamal gets into a good position. Yamal carries the ball down the right. And the shot! It's in! And again they hit the front. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Al Nassr get themselves into the lead. Bellingham. Nedved. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Nedved. Some good work on the right flank here. He's in space and looking for options. Nedved will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that is masterful defending.
Oh, that's real confidence in that tackle. He got himself in the perfect position.
That is ended up in no man's land. Cruyff. That's a good ball. Yamal. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking here to chip it through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Has a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 19, Yamal. Number 3, Pirlo.
5 minutes left on the clock.
Field, number 10,
Pele.
Mbappe.
And here's
Number
Haaland.
99,
Oh, good take in a good area.
Number 6, Vitinha. Substitution in progress.
Haaland, charge, surely! No mistake! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! That was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Better. And that's that. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here.
There's no doubt that this fella's contribution will be highly important.
It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. This to go one up. What a save from Peter Schmeichel! No, he's missed it!
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
Big header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Schmeichel sends that a long way. He's a sharp little ball here. He has found the way through. And he shoots! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now that is commitment to the cause. And the finish! It's there! And And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that...
Oh no, this does not look good. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! And they get themselves in front! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Al Nassr go into the lead. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Pirlo, not the most accurate pass. Bellingham. And here's Rooney. Pirlo. Lahm. And it's Messi. Nedved. Probing pass. Can he get onto this? Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Rooney. He's looking wide. Yamal. Gerrard. Rooney. Now, can they get him away? Lahm. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to play him in. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Luis Suarez. And that is expertly dealt with. Oh, he's been... tries a shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's put paid to a promising move. He's got away. Nedved goes pulsing down that left-hand side. Danger averted for now. That's a throw. It's not an especially good pass, that. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's found a way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neatly clipped into space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? Nedved. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Son Heung-min! Now it's Luis Suarez. Suarez stood his ground strongly. Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. Steaming on, takes a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This possibly the last play of the half. And it's been taken short. Saliba. And the first half is done. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Al Nassr head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rooney, and he's in on and a chance!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect position.
There's the shot!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Now it's Rooney. It's Rooney! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, another save. So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gerrard. And it's Son Heung-min. Pirlo. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Son Heung-min. Nice defending, physical and effective. Pirlo did just about enough to come out on top there. He's one-on-one! Shoots! Goal! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Bellingham! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So their fourth corner of the game. Al Nassr are looking to go forward now. He's in a great position here. Threads one in. Now that looks a decent ball. Vieira. Some front-footed pressing going on here. And here's Son Heung-min. The referee's awarded a free kick. He's not got that quite right. Thuram. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well measured. Oh, shooting chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Substitution on the field. Number 19.
Al Nassr choosing to make the first change. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
18. Nedved.
Looking for options for movement.
Gerrard.
Nice
Coming on the
control.
field, number 11. Dembele. Number 10. Mbappe.
Well, that is
Number
good.
22,
Super running,
Pedri.
sharp movement. Came
Number
up against a
5,
defender, though, who was
Bellingham.
ever so determined. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Mbappe. And it's Rooney. Now it's Son Heung-min. Has a shot! They're up to 5 corners now. Al Nassr have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Pirlo. Pedri receives it in a good position here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Chooses to go back. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Can he finish?
Oh, the ball.
In he goes again.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Pirlo with the short one. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And here's Dembele, and he's on his decent chance! No mistake! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score.
He's through and all alone! And the shot! It's in! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurt. And that is as far as it goes. Al Nassr really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing.
Hello, attendees.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.